Hey everybody, hey Mr. Camera! Welcome to our first pre-departure video. I'm going to be doing a couple of pre-departure videos for this trip. One, because it's so big, and two, we had a little bit of a change slash a little bit of scare that happened on Monday.
Oh my god.
That kind of put our trip on the line for a little bit, but we were able to figure it out. I'm going to explain that here in just a little bit, but Angie, I'll let her explain the beginning since she's actually found out about it first.
I was literally at the laundromat when my email popped up, and I thought, it's probably just spam, whatever, because I get a lot of that. I open it and I see this thing that says G Adventures cancellation. And I opened it, my blood ran cold, and I felt the color drain from my face. I'm like, oh my fucking god. And I typed to Rob in capital letters. I was like, read your email.
Yeah.
It's like, it's serious when I start typing in caps.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there thinking, worst case scenario, oh my god, we're not going. What are we going to do? Are we still going to go somewhere?
Yeah, so basically, she sent me that text, and I was at work. It's the middle of the day. It's like around 12 or 1 o'clock, and luckily I was sitting down. I was on the shitter, and then I opened the email and then that she sent me about, and it said urgent, had that big red exclamation point, and then G Adventures cancellation. So I was like, when am I going to wake up from this nightmare? They seriously just canceled the fucking cruise. And the reason for that is apparently they are renovating the MS Expedition. It was supposed to be done in time, but it's something to do with the redoing the engines on board, but they're not going to have it done in time for our departure, as well as I think the next one after that. So people that book directly through G Adventures, they're pretty much screwed, and they have to they'll either get their money back or have to rebook.
That sucks so bad.
I think if there's all kinds of compensation. I think you get like 10% off of future booking and stuff like that, or a future date or whatever. But we obviously don't want to wait another year, since we've already waited a year on top of it. And there's another guy on the forums that's had his canceled on the same ship last year and then rescheduled for this year. Now this one got canceled. Now he's going to have to wait longer as well. But we're not going to want to do that, since we booked through Chimyu Adventures, which is an outside travel agency. They were able to snag like 50 cabins with a totally different company. This company is called Quark Expeditions. It's on a totally different website, different everything. Same like idea and everything, like general idea and itineraries, but completely different company. But I called him back up and had the travel agents, book us up there as soon as possible, and we got on. And there's some advantages and disadvantages of this one. One of the disadvantages is the cruise itself is going to be 2 nights shorter. So we'll only have it's 11 nights or 11 days instead of the 13 days. There's 2 shorter days of actually exploring on the continent. But one of the advantages is they're able to get a nice deal on the remaining cabins on board the ship with Quark Expeditions. The name of the ship is called the Ocean Endeavor, which holds a few more people. I think it's 189 people total. Still not very big, not like your big cruise liners. It's an expedition ship, so it's a lot smaller. But yeah, we're going to be in a twin, just a 2-person room now instead of the quads that we were originally booked on. And we'll also be in the same room as well, instead of being in separate rooms. Because on the expedition, the cheapest rate that we got, that they had on there by far, was booking in the quad, where I'd be with 3 other dudes and Angie would be with 3 other girls, so we wouldn't be in the same room. But if you booked a twin, like actually paid for it, you'd be paying literally almost double the price, which I didn't want to do. I just want to get on the damn cruise ship and just have a good time. But the Chimyu Adventures apparently worked that out, so where they could give us all their clients on board the Quark company on the Ocean Endeavor for no extra charge or anything. They just gave them all the cabins for anything. Since it's last minute, they're just trying to fill it up, so it works out for both of us. They get all their cabins filled, and we get a pretty good deal on a twin. The price for the twin originally on the Endeavor goes for about $10,500, so almost double what it cost a quad that we were originally on. I think we paid about 60 $200 for the quad per person. This would originally, for the twin, it would be about $10,500, which is crazy, but we didn't have to pay any extra fees. He got us all switched over and everything, and we're good to go. And we also got real lucky, and we were able to, even at last minute, get kayaking and the camping included with this too. No extra fees with that as well, because usually those fill up quick, and I thought those were going to be sold out. And if those would have sold out, I would have probably ended up rebooking a different time, like either in January with them, or we would have figured something out. But you don't want to go. I've heard kayaking and camping is like two of the highlights that people do on these Antarctic expeditions. Not doing those is, I want to make sure we got onto those before anything else happened. But we're good to go there. We're confirmed up. The only thing that changes is the pre-nights and post-nights. We go into Ushuaia on the 16th. We don't have to do anything with the flights. Got lucky there since we already had a couple pre-nights booked. So the cruise is going to go out 2 or 3 nights earlier. So instead of the couple pre-nights in Ushuaia, Argentina, we're going to basically land, wake up the next day, and get ready for the cruise and hop on the day after we land. And then we're going to be on the cruise until the 26th of November. The 17th we embark, and then we get off on the 26th instead of the 30th. So when we get off, we're going to have a bunch of nights in Ushuaia, I think 5 nights altogether now, to go and explore that area before we fly up to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And all the stuff in Brazil is going to be the same. Like I said, all the flights are unchanged. But yeah, we got a couple extra days in Ushuaia now. We had 2 before the cruise, now we got 4 after the cruise, since the cruise is 2 days shorter. But lots to do down there. I've been looking what we're going to do. We'll probably figure more out the activities there once we get down there and get off the ship and everything. And as well as looking at all the layovers and research it more. But there's lots to do down there. Good old Patagonia. Can't have too much time in Patagonia, so should be pretty awesome. But we're good to go. So we're going to be with this is what it's called, the Quark Expeditions. Another really good company. They do a bunch of they specialize in just polar expeditions. They actually do the North Pole. If you want to go to the North Pole, it only costs 27 grand with this company. So not quite have the money for that one yet. But other than that, yeah, we're still going to Antarctica. I about crapped my pants on Monday, and I literally thought we were going to either have to wait a year or cancel it and get our money back and do something completely different. But we are good to go. I just picked up our currency just today, actually. We're going to be on the pesos again. You should recognize the Argentinian pesos from a couple years ago when we did our South America trip. The Guazú Falls and all those. And then the reals, the Brazilian reals. For Brazil when we're doing Rio on the end part of the tour. But other than that, Angie, is she ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Definitely. I'm kind of nervous about the kayaking because I kayaked like shit when we were in Thailand. I mean, not Thailand, Vietnam.
Vietnam.
I can't paddle a boat to save my life, so yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they'll teach us, I'm sure. All the kayaking is guided, obviously, since you're down there in like the pristine waters. And
oh, the last one was guided too, but I still sucked butt at it.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, that'll be alright. I'm gonna do the polar plunge, and anybody who knows me knows that I fucking hate cold water. Like, even if it's just a little bit cool, I'll just be like, if it's 70 degrees, I won't get in the water, but I'm about to jump into Antarctic waters. Yeah, keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. Gonna be swimming into that southern ocean, but
our glass with my nipples.
Oh boy. Yeah, for those who don't know, Ushuaia is actually this very southern tip in Argentina, where we're gonna board the Ocean Endeavor. And then we're going to take about 2 days to cross the Drake Passage, and then hit up the Shetland Islands and then the Antarctic Peninsula for basically 2 days, and then 2 days on the other one, and then another few days back up to Ushuaia.
I'm being naughty.
He's being naughty.
Ooh, we can be naughty on the ship. Yeah, I don't have too much anecdotes. He knows more about the like official stuff of the trip, and I'm just over here like, hey everybody, I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah.
And I can't kayak.
Yeah. Kayaking should be pretty awesome. But I also had to redo the trip cover. Just had to switch a few things around. It's still called the same, obviously, but the trip itself is called the Antarctic Explorer, Discovering the Seventh Continent. And then on the, like I said, the Quark Expeditions, the Ocean Endeavor, and then I put a picture of our new ship there, where the MS Expedition used to be. But other than that, I'm going to be knocking off my seventh continent here in just about a week's time, maybe a little more. We embark a week from yesterday, so a week from today we'll be actually on the Drake Passage, and then we should be spotting first ice about a week from tomorrow when we roll in, or a week from today, like late in the day, and then we roll into the Antarctic by day 3, I believe, of the cruise.
Oh, I was
I'm
waiting till
ready.
you were done. This is my 6th continent. When we finally go here,
That'll be Angie's
that will
seventh.
be my 7th continent.
Yes.
Forgot what else I was going to say. Oh, I'm excited to see penguins.
Oh yeah,
We're
see
gonna
lots
go-
of wildlife.
We're gonna
Oh.
go hang gliding, and I've been wanting to do that my whole life too. I have so much on my bucket list, it's not even funny, and he's wiped over half of it. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, the hang gliding I'm looking forward to as well in Rio. That's all booked up and ready to go, so that should be pretty awesome. And hopefully we can see some whales like in the kayaks too. And like I've seen videos where people like the whales will swim right up to your kayak and all that. Should be pretty cool. I'm
that's
sure we'll
amazing.
go right up to some huge icebergs. It's going to be an absolute amazing time. This has been the most anticipated trip I've ever had. Like I said, over a year in planning. We booked this last September. That's last September 2014, not just a couple months ago. But yeah, 7 continents for me. Born in North America, obviously 1985, and then Australia was my first overseas. 2003, Europe. I got to Europe the following year in 2004, and then I think my next continent was South America, which was a cruise stop. I hit that in 2011 for the first time, and then again in 2013, me and Angie did the more in depth for a month in South America. Asia, 2012, been there a few times. Went there first time in 2012 where we did our
man.
Thailand trip in Southeast Asia. And then
Why
I
is
got
it dark outside?
Africa, my 6 continents. Just last year, I had that Egypt stopover in 12, but that kind of doesn't count. But we went to all of that in Africa last year. That was 6. And then Antarctica, 2015, will be the 7th and final continent. But we'll do another pre-departure video as we get closer to Sunday, is when we fly out. Other than that,
Another random thing I'm totally excited about right now, I'm actually doing at the moment, I am plane spotting, even though
Oh,
it is
yeah.
dark outside.
yeah, it gets dark early.
KLM Royal Dutch Airlines flight number 24 is flying from Houston to Amherst right now. It's a 747 and we can't see it because it's dark outside.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going to the Miami airport and doing some plane spotting, seeing
Oh,
those big
yeah.
birds.
I've actually never flown out of Miami. It's going to be quite a journey. I'll talk more about the journey itself down to Ushuaia later, but it's going to be about a 36-hour journey from start to finish. But, yeah, it gets dark very early. It's only 6:30. It's pitch black. It's been pitch black for a while, but once we get down into the Antarctic, we're looking at almost 24-hour daylight. Should be pretty close to it. It's going to not get all the way dark, but yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. So once we get down there, because it's technically their summer and all that. So other than that, that's all I got. What about you?
That's all I got. I'll probably think of something in about a half hour.
Oh, yeah.
but
That's
I'm
usually how I
excited.
am.
I am ready to roll.
Ready. It's almost time. 2 more work days to go, and then that'll be it.
I have 3 work nights.
Yeah, you get 3 nights,
Tonight,
including tonight.
Thursday and Friday, and then they used my last vacation day on Saturday.
Oh yeah, so we get a full check.
Getting paid to do nothing. It works.
Works for me. Other than that, we'll see everybody very, very soon.